G'day, Heath here from pickinglessons.com. How much fun is the blues on the mandolin? This arrangement is in G. We have two variations to learn, a whole bunch of licks, a whole lot of variation on our rhythm that goes with it as well. In a moment we're going to get started in the first variation here. We'll look at the first 8 bars just to get us going, the first 2 chord changes, G and C. But if you head over to pickinglessons.com, you'll grab yourself a copy of the tablature. We'll continue this lesson in the member section. We'll break down the remainder of the tune, the second variation, the tail end of this first variation. You'll also have some play along and backing tracks there to really get you going as you get to know the tune. So pickinglessons.com. Now, we're in the key of G. We've got some grooves we need to learn. So let's start there. Over the G, open G chord, we're going to switch between basically a G and a C. And we need to work on getting this little rhythm. That's a real core of what we're going to play. So let's just spend a little bit of time there. It's a little bit quirky, but we'll get this going first. So we're going to switch from G to C, but right hand's really important. Down, up, down, down for the first 2 beats. Down, up, down, down. So we switch to the C on the second beat. 1 and 2, but then play another downstroke, yeah? 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So the G and the C, 1 and 2 and. So the C is just sort of a passing double stop sound over the G chord. Then we strum that G chord again on the third beat. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. Play up after that. 1, 2 and 3 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and. A little bit slower. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Last little bit. Back to the C on the fourth beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We're going to play another bass note on the end of that measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Ready and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. This can be really tricky to learn, so take your time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just a little bit more to continue on into the second measure here. Just down and up. So if we go from beat 1, measure 1 through to beat 1 in measure 2. Ready? And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Repeat. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4. This is probably one of the trickiest or parts of the tune just to get past initially. Once you get it, then okay, the licks can be challenging, but they're pretty straightforward at the end of the day. That little rhythm there can be a little awkward, so do spend some time on that first. There's a variation we need to learn up next, but let's have a look at some of these licks. To kick us into that rhythm, we've got to pick up on beat 3 and. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 and up. We're playing with a shuffle feel. There are a lot of triplets through here. So 3 and 4 and up. That's our shuffle feel. Rather than playing straight, our 8ths are uneven. A lot of triplets in there as well. So 3 and 4 and keep an eye on the right hand. The right hand directions all through the tablature. So do keep an eye on that if you're not sure. But up, down, up, down. Ready? 2, 3, up, 4 and up. 2, 3 and 4 and into our chord. 2, 3. A little bit slower. 2, 3. Okay, the lick that we have in measure 2. How good's that? It's a bit of a bluesy lick over the major blues scale. So right hand, there's a couple of ways of getting through that. If you're getting a bit stuck, follow what's in the tablature, but give it a go. You can just alternate it. You can also pick down on the beat. That works really nicely. So down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Yeah? Or just alternate. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Give it a go either way. Okay, but the notes we have there through that scale, that major blues scale, up to the G, backwards, to the C, triplets, 2 and up, 3 and up, 4 and up. Yeah, hammer on. 2 and 3 and 4 and First 2 measures with a pickup. 2, 3. Okay, up next we have a rhythm variation. Now this rhythm variation uses a different double stop from our G7 chord, so we need to get that 3rd and 5th frets in there. So it's very similar in structure. We do continue on to the next measure, measure 4, but the rhythm's essentially the same, but instead of going G, C, back to G here, G, C, we're going to slide up to this G7 double stop. So that's fret 3, fret 5, back to the C, G, C, G, continue on. So that once we kind of get into this rhythmic structure, it does sort of just keep repeating itself. So just slowly, I'll just play through this one slowly so you can hear it. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. One of the things to remember is those single bass notes are all down. Even though they're on the off beat, we're playing them as a down. This structure of the rhythm, it actually works really well. It's really important. If you try and play this as an up, it actually be really hard. So do pick those as a down. So down, down, down. So there's only a couple of up strums in the rhythm. One more time slowly. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That little triplet on the end, 4th beat there. 4 and a 1. Next bar, we're going to hit that double stop on C. Let's play these 4 bars slowly, once through, with the pickup. 2, 3, 4. That gets us to measure 5. So pretty challenging, yeah, but it's a great style of music to play. Take your time getting to know what we've done so far. Just one little point coming into measure 3, it is a tie, so we don't have to play that open string. So as we come out of the lick in measure 2, yeah, we're holding that G note. We don't have to play it. We've played it early in the previous bar. Measure 5 into the C, we play this nice kind of standard bluesy rhythm that we find often on guitar, but we're going to do it here on the mandolin, of course. And what we're doing here is holding the double stop, the root note, the 5th of the chord, so essentially it's a power chord. And we're going up to that 7th fret and the 8th fret. And giving a bit of a bounce with a staccato note, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So we're kind of bouncing that first finger, shortening it on the beat as we switch. So flat first finger, 2nd, 3rd fingers will get the job done there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Repeat it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Into a lick we've just learned. So it's the same lick as we've played in measure 2. Okay, then we go back into this variation on G with a double stop up to the G7. Then we go up to the D7, and the D7 is going to be the same as C, but we're going to continue this at pickinglessons.com. But let's just play through this opening page, which is the first 8 measures of the tune. Now, we've got the pickup note. We're going to play through the G, the C, and back to the G. Just try it slowly with me. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Now remember, you can slow these videos down, so if that's a bit quick for you, just slow it down. But the main thing is just to get to know those little individual parts, yeah? So we broke them down, we've learnt sort of the individual sections, bring it back together. Pickinglessons.com, you're to grab yourself a copy of the tablature We will continue this arrangement. We've got a couple of bars, 4 bars to finish this 12 bar off, but then the second variation as well. Some great licks in the second half. So pickandlessons.com. I'll see you there.